the acquittal of Chow, who killed a teenager who he thought and his wife had stolen water from his store. First things first, because being raised in Paterson, New Jersey, most of the stores were owned by foreigners. Most of the beauty supply stores, the markets, the local stores were mainly owned by foreigners. We had one store, maybe one or two stores owned by black people. When I talk about local, local bodegas were owned by black people. Two, as I can recall. My biggest problem, and it was the same problem I had with punk ass George Zimmerman, is that these people ran after, chased, and gunned down two young black men. Because they perceived them, this is the danger and the sickness of racism. You're guilty immediately. You're guilty. But I hope federal prosecutors pick up this case. They had video cameras. They had a good look. If they thought the young man stole anything, there was cameras in the store. And the camera showed that he didn't steal anything. He did not have a weapon. The threat was created by the two imbeciles who ran after him. All I know is that store better be closed. That's all I know. That's all I know. I know that store better be closed. They set up shop in the inner city. Oh, they come inner city. Or predominantly black communities. And they bring their racist bullshit. I'm going to watch because the federal prosecutor can still bring federal charges for violating that young man's civil rights. There still can be federal charges brought against him. And I'm watching this because George Zimmerman should have had federal charges brought against him. You know how they did in Chauvin case? They prosecuted him on a state level and then they prosecuted him again on a federal level. I don't even know why Ben Crump and them, especially since George Zimmerman took place in Florida, why they didn't push for the federal prosecutor to prosecute George Zimmerman. See, this is what a cunning defense attorney does. It's at that moment did he fear for his life. And because it was out of camera and the only two people who were witness, was he and his son. And the jury has its own bias. I would love to know what was the makeup of the jury. I think we need to revisit what having a jury of your peers means. Does that mean age, experience, locale? Because a lot of times the people on the jury are older white people that live in suburbia. I never get picked for a jury. Never. All the times I have been called, the minute they find out I'm a lawyer, I'm off. They don't want us on juries. Very few lawyers have ever served on a jury. I'm watching this closely. I want to see what the federal prosecutor gonna do. Perhaps I'll at them a couple of times, ask him where the federal charges against this man. This is disgusting. But that's what happened. The defense, never mind that he was the aggressor. I gotta really read the jury instructions on this case. I gotta go, because the moment he left that store and ran, and then they said the young man was shot in the back. I'm so confused right now. I'm really confused what happened with that jury. This is disgusting. I'm done.